Who am I? The question burns inside of me. My name is Faris Mdanat. I'm a senior graduating in 2011. My national number is 99302167, and I have lived all of my life in Amman, Georgia. However, none of these answers suffice. They are all labels given to me without my consent. Labels that society has enforced on me to define and give me meaning. But how do these labels that I did not even approve of define me? They don't. They are not but a mere distraction of the true response, given to me to distract me from an undesirable answer. That answer being that I'm a juvenile delinquent, guilty of living on excess in a world of suffering, guilty of not caring in a world where caring is a necessity, and finally, guilty of being who I am. What have I done to help this world? The answer to this question is an electrical shock transmitted within the blood in my veins. I stand mute. I do not have an answer. The answer is too shameful to give away. That answer is, I have done absolutely nothing. Realizing my disdain towards my naivety and actions, I have decided to raise awareness of the situation of the world today as a first step to enlighten my way and as guidance to fulfill my life into content. Now I will say what I have to say with the risk of sounding audacious, and that is that most of the people in this room, or actually no, all of the people in this room, including myself, are living on excess while most of the world lives on less. We are living in a world where more than 80% of humanity lives on less than $5 a day. Where more than 30% of children around the world are deprived from the right of an education. Where 22,000 people die each day due to poverty. So by the time I finish this declamation, 120 people will have died. 1 billion people are starving at this moment. And we daily complain about chicken and rice served in the dining hall. Isn't it absurd that while we worry about getting the new version of the iPod, others worry about finding water to drink? Isn't it absurd that while we live on excess, most of the world suffers? The answer is yes, it is absurd. However, it is the doing of mankind himself. It is the doing of his inventions, his money, his defecation of money, and by mankind stating that some persons are more important than others. But I say no. I'm no important than anyone living on this earth, nor am I less. I am part of an entity called mankind, where no one is superior and no one is inferior. I say supposed because this is not the case today. I long for equality. I feel the urge of it transmitted within the electrical shocks of my veins. I have dreams that I'm not willing to give up. I'm a man of dreams because reality is too harsh to look at. Now some people argue that there was never equality on earth to begin with. But I would say otherwise. Before 3000 BC and before the unfortunate agricultural revolution, people were living as close as they can to utopia. No one was living on excess. Men and women were equal. There was no discrimination against anyone. Everyone was happy. But all of that changed after the beloved agricultural revolution, which makes our world what it is today. People say that without this revolution, sciences would not have been discovered, such as physics and chemistry and so on. But I would say that these sciences led to the discovery of nuclear weapons. Others might argue that the agricultural revolution eventually led to the creation of medical care, which saves the lives of millions. But I would say that the lives taken in war surpass any number that medical care can cure. This is not a case of positives and negatives intertwined within an invention. This is the case of a seed of evil that by chance produced a couple of positive outcomes. People have become so selfish these days that they do not even want equality, fearing that they will lose everything that they have. People turn on the TV, see death and poverty, get touched maybe for a minute or two, but then they will flip the channel. People have created their own little bubble in which they live in, where the world seems perfect. Well, it isn't. People nowadays talk about evolution. It interests them. Well, I have my own theory about evolution. I believe that when mankind finishes its evolution, people will turn into monsters. Now, I am sure that when I finish this declamation, you will clap, then go on with your normal lives, forget everything that I said. However, if I have influenced only one person in this room, one person in this entire room, then I have done my role in improving this world. Thank you.